Salute, salute, salute. How is everyone doing? Let's see. Are we getting everyone in here? Okay, for whatever reason, I don't see anyone yet, and I thought we had some people in the building. I don't know. Oh, here we go. We finally got some people coming true. Okay, we got Kiki James is here. Love Tip is here. Pat Blair is here. Guys, we are on subscriber mode, so members, do not be alarmed. What's going on, everybody? Hey, now I don't know. Did any of you catch the intro? Did y'all catch the intro? Because I really want to know what y'all think. Okay, so I'm just gonna play it one more time. Tell me what y'all think. Hold on a second. Let me jump down here. Here we go. So I'm curious. You want to see more of the cartoon? Well, we're working on it. So yeah, that's Jaguar. Okay, so for those of you who were around when Jaguar was conceived and she was born into the world straight from Muppet General, we had to give her some time to grow up and get herself together. You Miss Jaguar. Well, guess what? It's looking like it's a very good possibility Jaguar might be ready to start her blog. Well, or should I say her vlog? So yes, yes, for those of you who know, you want to see more. All right, all right. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So yes, Muppet General. Yes. Okay, listen to me. Everything great takes time. We've had to learn how to take all kinds of things and use it. And it's it started out as a really, really, really bad troll turned cool joke, and we decided to, give it a voice. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to it, if Jaguar is around, and she gonna have, her say. She gonna say what she needs to say. So wait a second, guys. Let me get up in here right quick and let me put on some music. That is the one thing that I will say that I do like about being in StreamYard, la música, to be able to just curate the vibe, curate the feeling. Matter of fact, you know what? Why don't we just take a second and I'm gonna play a song. How about that? So let's just start off with I Like You Today.
I like you a lot.
I Like You. Jaguar Wright, Ty Macklin, AOE Studios.
I like the way you say my name. I like the way you hold my hand. I like the way you give give me good feelings, goosebumps every time I'm around you, man. I like the way you pull my chair. I like the way you hold the door. I like the way you come into my bedroom, baby. You always got more. I think I like you, darling. I do. I think I like you, babe. I think I don't wanna live without your loving in amazing ways. You make me. You make me like you, baby. 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 You're amazing. You're amazing. You make me like you, baby. 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 I like the way you fold your pants, even your 2 a.m. rants. Oh, when I cook your favorite dinner, how you always dancing like you got ants in your pants. I like the fact that you're here. I like the fact that we are. I like the fact that you always make me feel like a star. I think I like you, darling. I do. I think I like you, babe. I think I don't wanna live without you. Loving in amazing ways. You make me. Oh, you make me like you, baby. You make me like you, baby. You make me like you, baby. You're amazing. You're amazing. You make me like you, baby. 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 You're amazing, amazing. Did you catch that shit?
Hey, come on. Woo. Yeah. Yeah, that one for me is it's a whole vibe. I love that record. Um,
What's the name of that one?
I like you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I like you. It's real simple. When the message is clear, you don't have to do a whole bunch of explaining. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. So, welcome Wolfgang Amadeus in the building. What's going on today, Chief?
What's up? What's up, y'all? Hey, appreciate a couple of folks that came in. You put in the wrong link, but you had a few people come in and they just wanted to say what's up, shout out, whatever. I think you might want to throw that link back out there. I think it was good to just have your supporters come and just say that you're doing a good job. So salute to them.
Salute to them is indeed. I mean, all right. So can we just talk about how kind of nuts it's been that we've been trying to go live on YouTube mobile upload for like an hour and change, for like an hour and 15 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, there's really no excuse, and I guess let me get into the technical side. There's possibly an issue with the cache, but you tried it off both phones, right?
Yeah.
Your phone wasn't overheating.
No.
Your stream quality is it shouldn't be any issues. There shouldn't have been any issues.
No.
But there could have been an issue, I guess, with the servers on YouTube. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead.
Wait a minute, because I think you have another. Just let me. I'm sorry, I had to do that. I had to hit the gong because that's my eureka. And I think the reason why is because we got people personally, in my opinion, we got people that hate too heavily on this platform. Just like too heavily on this platform. We know that we have spies. We know that we have spies in the membership. We know that we have people that sit around reporting. Like, we know we got all of that. But today, it's kind of interesting because, you know, for it to happen today, after what happened earlier today on another platform, I just think, I don't know, there might be something there.
Yeah, quite possibly. So yeah,
In my opinion, I think there just might be something there.
well, I
Mm,
say
mm,
all
mm,
that.
mm.
I say all that to just make sure, if you are a true supporter. What's up, Britt? If you are a true supporter, just make sure that you're on all the platforms that Jag has. She has a Patreon, so the Patreon is patreon.com/Jaguar Wright, and you don't have to be a paid member there, but we definitely would love y'all to check it out, because if there is an issue with YouTube, just know she'll hop on over there, and she's doing a lot more stuff over there too. And then I guess we got to kick up the Rumble too, because you got your Rumble over there as well. But
Yeah, we got the Rumble, and we going. I don't know. Maybe we need to Rumble.
it's gonna have to be some kind of Rumble.
Let's get ready to Rumble. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter, and it was YouTube as well. But somebody is they're copping pleas, or they're trying to get a GoFundMe. And I think that's, like you said, that's where all the drama started.
Well, I mean, I did say on my Twitter space earlier today that I was probably going to go live and talk about it. I think I said that, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that.
And again, you're on Twitter too, so everybody go, follow on Twitter as well. So
yeah, I mean, I'm going to be talking about different things in on different spaces. Like, there's certain things that are YouTube essential, that are YouTube hit here. But then there's certain things we can't talk about here, like the conversations that we're having now over at Patreon. I think they're really important. I think, the Patreon conversation, it's going to be essential. Last week we did something that we never did before. We actually went twice on Patreon in 1 week.
well, I think you gotta get on over to Patreon, because more often, because they're not allowing you to, as you see, I was just being politically correct when it came to the YouTube stuff, but they're actively doing what they can to sabotage your stream. So get over to Patreon, or just get over there more often. And, there's really no restrictions, in all honesty. So, yeah.
They wilding out. They getting mad. And I think there's a lot of people that are mad for reasons that, and I think we need to be in StreamYard more too, because the truth is, once upon a time, I only went live in StreamYard. I never did the mobile uploads. But then I started realizing the differences in the algorithm. And you have to build up your StreamYard in the algorithm as well. So it's,
right.
Like everything is a build up. Everything is a process, is an effort. So, the truth is part of the reason why we were doing mobile upload the way we were doing it is because we wanted to crack through as much as we possibly could, because a lot of people didn't know we were here. Like, a lot of people did not know we were here. A lot of people, oh my goodness, what is going on? I'm trying to figure out why this is acting all kooky, and what the hell? What in the who shot John? Man, my wires are all crossed and my battery about to die, and I'm wondering why my stuff is acting janky. I had no idea. The magnetic had latched onto something. Anyway,
Yeah, Linus says, just be consistent. Consistency is key. No, you're right. And I've been saying that. And that's on all platforms, in all honesty. Consistency is key.
I
And
mean, the difference for me and other content creators is that I didn't really start out as a content creator. Like, I'm an advocate that had a channel. And the reason why I had a channel was because I wanted to be in the fight, because there was so much misinformation about me, and they had turned me into content, and I had to be in the fight. So a lot of my broadcasting, like up until like, you know, late last year, was really reactionary, I would say, except for if I had to come forward and say anything, and share on my platform. So it's like now it's a little bit different because our conversation is leaning in a different direction. But before we get too deep, I want to share with everybody where I think all of this hate is coming from, and why I had to go live 5 times just to go live once, and why we had to come to StreamYard just to do it. So, anyway, there was we was over on the Twitter space, and you know, popped in and seen this. There was a whole Twitter space going this morning. Trashy K. And it was they mad AF right now. So I mean, of course, everything that she was saying was like, everything that she says is always, inflammatory. She's always gassing. She's always, just pushing things a little bit too far. So I'm just like, I couldn't believe it. I go into the space and she's literally promoting a GoFundMe. But it's what the GoFundMe is for that's tripping me out. And hold on, I'm going to have to take this comment down so that y'all can actually see what this is for. Because this is insane to me. Okay? She's raising money to pay off Cardi B. Do you know exactly like how insane that is in my opinion? She's raising money on GoFundMe to pay off Cardi B. I agree. I think there's something seriously wrong with her too. But like, let's just be like, she's trying to raise $3.5 million to pay off Cardi B. Yeah, that's the goal. 3.5 million. And she said, in the name of her effing God. Her effing God was going to make sure. Like, she actually was cursing all over God's name. She was sitting there cursing, screaming, hollering, crying, like, yeah, and she's yeah, and she was calling me. Yeah, she said I was mentally ill. Yeah. Do you know how many times I've heard them say that I'm a beggar, that I'm a scam artist, that I'm scamming people, that I'm this and I'm that, whoop-de-woo, yada, yada, yada. Now, my life has been transparent. I've made my life, for the most part, very transparent to the whole world. You guys watch me walk away from home. You guys watch me walk away from family. You guys watch me walk away from furniture. You guys watch me walk away from cars. Like, you guys watch me walk away from everything to either maintain my safety or the ability to be able to keep my platform so I can keep speaking out against what's going on. Me raising money makes sense. The way that they tried to come after me legally, branding me a predator and a Diddy employee and all of this stuff, right? Exactly. She's rich. That part. I've made it very clear that, you know, she's rich. She was just arguing with Ja Rule when Ja Rule was talking about suing her, and she said that she got money and she paid, and she's got all of these expensive lawyers and whoop de woo and yada yada yada. And now all of a sudden, Cardi B called BS on her BS. There's an audit coming because Cardi B is alleging, and I mean, I don't really care for either one of them, but I kind of got, some information that, she's been hiding assets and money. I mean, that's part of the reason why she's still married. She better hope that man don't ever decide that he gonna pull a fast one on her. But all that being said, she got to go fund me now. Now they have $3,605 raised thus far. And it's weird because she's sitting up there talking about comedy and gossip. I mean, if spreading lies is gossip, and if, being arrogant and stupid and picking on a bunch of people that are better than you is considered comedy, then I guess, I don't know. I don't see her as a comedian at all. And matter of fact, I don't know any female comics in the comedy world that would even do a show with her. I bet you that weirdo Christina Payne that was running all over YouTube just a couple of months ago that they were using for content to go after, I bet you she wouldn't even do a show with her, and she ain't a comedian either. It's just wild how people getting on social media and taking on these like titles of what they are. Like, I actually am an artist. I was actually signed a few deals, put out some major recording albums till I walked away and decided to go independent. And then they tried to run me down and break me so I would do what they wanted me to do. Oh, honey, Africa over there, all kinds of money. Listen to me, I don't follow Cardi B either, but the one thing that I will give her, yes, she filed bankruptcy, but just because she filed bankruptcy does not mean that she doesn't have to pay that debt. She was hoping that she was going to be able to file bankruptcy and not have to pay that debt, but the bankruptcy that she filed, the only thing that it did was stave off the payments. The agreement that she had was they were giving her 5 years, a 5-year period. And over the course of that 5 years, she was only entitled to have to pay $1.2 million on a payment plan. But at the end of that 5 years, she had to pay the rest, which would be about 2.8. So they were giving her a payment plan for 5 years to knock off a smaller portion. But at the end of that 5 years, she would still have to pay the full 5.8. See? So yeah.
Technically, I think GoFundMe, you can ask to you can start a GoFundMe to pay for legal fees, but I don't know if you could actually start a GoFundMe to help pay a settlement. I'm looking into it right now. I guess
I don't think that's legal at all.
Well, yeah.
Because the money is supposed to be going to her debt person who's collecting all of the money. So I guess it's like the escrow account for what she owed Cardi B. But see, this is why when it comes to Cardi B and this situation with this lawsuit, this is why when it comes to that situation, I totally support her going after this weirdo in every way she possibly can. I do. Because for 4.5 years, she attached her name to Cardi B's name, and as Cardi B rose and became more and more famous, she used that to make herself famous. And then she lied for clicks and views and for AdSense dollars about this woman's health status and about her child. It went too far. Like, she literally said that this woman had a VD and that she gave a VD to her child when her child was born, and that her child had the VD. Like, she went that far. They actually went as far as using her old lackey Chelsea's mama's job to be able to pull certain doctors' records, because Cardi B used to it. Like, they went way too far. You remember that time Chelsea called you? God knows how she got you.
I remember. I remember. Check this out. Look, let me say something. When it comes to in the irony of what is Cardi B's first album called, Invasion of Privacy, there are a lot of people that I'm looking into that's tied to this person, Tasha Lakivi, whatever her name is, that have inserted themselves, inserted themselves in my life. And then I'm looking into the whole invasion of privacy side of the game on that too, because I'm getting calls and people hitting. I'm like, I don't know you. Why'd you get my number? We gonna figure that out though. We gonna just figure. I don't say nothing. I ain't tripping. But yeah, that person did call me, and I didn't know who that person was. You had to tell me who this person was. They called me on behalf of you. Somehow, can you tell? I'm like, I can't tell her nothing. You do what you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
no. How did she get your phone number?
Exactly. No, I'm. Trust me. It'll be some other GoFundMe they'll be having to raise if Yeah, keep playing.
Like, it really, I couldn't believe it. She was literally sitting there, because my God is gonna break. This year, we're going to break these chains, and my God is going to make sure that this GoFundMe works, and all of my debt will be paid, and I'll be free so I can move forward and keep making content for y'all, because this is making it impossible for me to make content for y'all, because everything that I'm doing is about paying this woman back for lying on her. And the truth is, it never even had to go to court.
No, hold on.
Asked her to take it down.
Let me say something. Somebody said phone numbers aren't hard to get. Yeah, you're right. But check this out. This particular number one, it's not like in the public. And I'm letting you know there are people that are in that whole little camp that deals with this person who work for telecommunication companies. And just like Jag just mentioned, someone worked in the medical profession in order to try to expose Cardi B for, we got records, we got this. So yeah, you're right. Phone numbers aren't hard to get, but yeah, just go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sweetheart, Quincy, you already know she talking about the devil, because she do not serve the God that we serve. And the way she was cursing all over the name of God, I truly doubt. Like, and it was sad, because you could tell that everybody that was up in that space today, they were all of her little weirdo minions who've been spying and trolling for her for years, all of those like wino people. But wait a minute though. So anywho's I went over there. Like, this comment was from me commenting on her Twitter space. I went there, and I didn't go anonymously. I literally went there and I checked in, right? I checked in.
You raised your hand.
And then I raised my hand like 8 times. And I requested. I guess by the time she figured out it was me, or she noticed me because she was so heavy into her rant. Oh, no. That's not the one. This is the one. She kicked me out of the space. She was inviting people up to speak, and she kicked me out of the space. Then I tried to leave her a message, and it says, sorry, you cannot message this account. I thought she was like why she so afraid of me? Why
Kimberly,
she
that's
so
funny.
scared of me?
Yeah.
Facts. Facts, Kim. I'm just saying, like, she wants to play tough. She wants to play big and bad. She likes stalking people. She likes harassing people. She likes going through people's stuff. She has hackers and spies, like all of the YouTubers that deal with her, that fool with her, these people are legit insane. They literally are the psycho squad. They are.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What is this? Jag, you know why you investigated her. Can't I did investigate her con on her hometown. Sure did. She was raising money then. She had to GoFundMe and she was collecting all those super chats and all of that. And she pocketed the money. And I went down there and I talked to everybody in the town and she ain't sent nobody not a dime. She was sitting on YouTube like she was working a full-time job, collected all that money and didn't give them a dime. I guess that's where you know, SD Booty Butt and Burger King, King of the Weirdos, got that idea when, I mean, for crying out loud, they set me up. So they were the reason why I was in jail to begin with after I got arrested in the pool. And then they set up a GoFundMe and they had all of these super chats and cash apps that they were collecting on my behalf and they was pocketing the money the whole time too. I had people contact me after I got out and said that they had sent money and they wanted to make sure that I got it. They pocketed that money. The official Kingpin and Sean Davy Way sure did. Now Sean Davy Way, of course, he didn't want to take any credit for it. That's why he let Kingpin collect all the money. But if he thinks for a second, I don't think that they was breaking money down in the background. He's out of his mind. He's totally out of his mind. So, yeah. So I guess that's where they got it from. So I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. But I think it's a little bit more than that. I mean, the truth is, she's done so many illegal things going into my life, playing on my life, putting weirdos in my life, sending spies. She still got one of her little weirdos that she works with on here now, running around striking people and taking their channels, demanding that they give information about me so they can get their channel back. Like, this is invested. This is beyond invested.
Now there's a lot of illegal, like I said, invasion of privacy. At least that's what I see for me. You on the other hand,
but they've gone beyond that. They've messed with my civil liberties. They've concocted crimes. They've got involved with the police. They've been on the phone reporting false reports. They were sitting there working with my ex-husband. Like it's real strange. Like the levels that they would go to, and you can't tell me that they didn't do this. That she just picked me out of nowhere. No, it's clear she works for the industry.
You're targeted.
It's clear
you're targeted.
Yeah, it's clear I'm a targeted individual, and she's a headhunter that they chose to come after me. Her and her little merry band of weirdos. What I also find strange though is we was just talking about my legal defense fund. And people were saying, Jag, you should start a GoFundMe. Remember? We were just talking about that. And now all of a sudden she's starting a GoFundMe and she's doing the same thing. Like, not one original thought. It's always crazy. It's always copying, scamming, copying, defrauding, like just So yeah, guys, that was just a little bit of gossip that I wanted to share with y'all today. That heifer straight threw me up out. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
I mean, even on my account, I got kicked out a few times because she knows who I am.
Yeah,
she didn't block me though.
No, she blocked me. She blocked me. Tough guy. Yeah, real tough guy. Her and her weirdo husband. I gotta get that footage, man. I don't know what I did with that footage of her with those babies present and those minors present, and they were sitting there drinking and getting high and doing all of that stuff. But yeah, so I mean, if she can have the audacity to start a GoFundMe for 3.5 million,
Mm.
then I don't see why we shouldn't be able to put up our GoFundMe.
And you don't even
I
need
think
you don't need that amount. You don't need that much.
no,
I've
just fifty
already
thousand. Just
yeah.
50,000. All we need to
Yeah.
raise is $50,000.
And then
fifty thousand
yeah.
dollars should definitely take care of getting to the bottom of and hiring the right investigative team to come
See,
in,
I
because
don't think the
they're going to be
people.
investigating her.
Yeah, no, no, no. I was gonna say I don't think the people understand. See, them targeting you. Okay, that's one thing, right? Not to
Hmm.
say that it's right. Not to say that it was right for them to do anything, but
Hmm.
you, and then the intersection of the people that I know, and then me, and then me and you, the intersect. It's just too obvious. So now you know that Bill Dukes, you know you done effed up meme. That's pretty much where it's at right now. And the thing is that you just gotta have proof. Trust me, the proof is there. With you, the proof is there for sure. I got it. You got, plenty of proof. But the conspiracy and oh man, yeah, I'm telling y'all, these people. I mean, I do y'all have hobbies? Do you have
Yeah.
goals and aspirations? Because
Stalking people.
this is what you do all day. It's crazy.
Stalking people. Harassing people. Hunting people down. But there's all kinds of distractions that are going on right now. There's all kinds of weird stuff that's happening. And, you know, I mean, we were going to save some of this live, but now we might as well just take it and just put it all in one.
Now go
We
ahead.
might as well talk about everything.
Go ahead.
So I want to address the comments regarding our TI 50 Cent conversation. I think I want to address those comments because the comments are kind of wild. Have you seen the comments?
I've seen some of them. I haven't seen them all. I've seen some of them.
I mean, the comments are wild, like crazy. People talking about, oh my God, you're a 50 Cent glazer. Oh my God, how much did 50 pay you to do this and whoopty whoopty woo and yada yada yada? And I'm like, huh? Like, what world do these people live in? Since when? Am I a 50 anything? Like, huh? Are you not confused by that? I'm confused by that.
They obviously don't listen.
Or maybe they have a hard time dealing with the reality that just because I disagree with someone, like for instance, I disagree with Cardi B completely. I do not agree with her as being called an artist or a rapper because in my opinion, she is neither. I do not agree with her take on femininity and being a mom and being a wife. I think her family values suck. I do not agree with the way she approaches the world or how she goes after black women. I don't agree with any of her, like at all. But when it comes to Trash K, that is one place where I do agree with her. That goofy is a menace to society. She goes too far, she does too much, and she needs to be handled up on. And that's just what's real. Now, just because I disagree with her as a person overall does not mean that we can't have a viewpoint that aligns it in some way, shape, or form. So when it comes to 50 Cent versus T.I. and Tiny, I can't even say that I was agreeing with him. And I don't think people really paid attention to the tone of the conversation that we were having, because what the conversation was really all about was the distraction. They're trying to distract everybody in the world from talking about these Epstein files and their favorites that are showing up in these Epstein files and their favorites that are being called to Congress
Mm.
to have to testify. And their favorites, you know what I mean? Like when I saw one of the comments say that T.I. has no connection to Diddy, I'm like, okay, y'all really are just gonna sit up here and say anything. Like y'all will say anything. He is most certainly and most definitely, without a doubt, connected to Diddy, and he is most certainly, most definitely connected to Jay-Z. And whether or not everyone forgot, because regardless of what Alex Spiro said, they were the best of friends. T.I. spent a lot of time in New York, especially in the early days when he was breaking his career. I used to bump into him at the 4040 Club, which is whose club? Jay-Z's club. Matter of fact, he was rumored to have been spending time over at what studio? Daddy's House Studio, which is whose studio? Diddy's studio. Like, people really, I don't know. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
Because people will really just say anything. They'll say anything. Diddy and Jay-Z have been gatekeepers in the music industry for quite some time. You ain't gonna make it too far without having to go through them. And if you don't go through them, you ain't gonna make it too far. And that's just what's real. That's what it is, and that's what it's been for quite some time. So for me, I'm sitting here looking like, how in God's name are people coming through here talking all kinds of goofy? Like calling me a sellout and saying that I sold out and that I did this and that I did that, and like, how? Like, it's just really crazy because people will say anything, and nobody is paying attention to the fact that, like, ever since these Epstein files, especially black rappers, started getting mentioned in it, the Chitlin circuit noise on the news feeds has picked up a lot. And one of the stories, because that's what that whole live was about, that's what all of these conversations were about, spotting and pointing out the distractions. So when it came time to talk about T.I. and the 50 Cent beat, and please feel free to check that that video out. Oh, we'll get to that in a second, because this is just a mess here. This is just a whole mess. There's been people, homeless people in Houston forever, and you just care about them now? Okay, got it. But so anyway, let's just get back to this whole T.I. 50 Cent thing. For those who were in the comments talking crazy, talking smack, talking nuts, let's get it together. No, it is not cool for people to pick on people's wives or people's mothers. It's not cool. I'm not condoning any of that behavior. Not in any way, shape, or form. In no way form am I saying it's okay for people to make fun of people's wives, people's mothers. But guess what? In the wild, wild west that is known as social media and the internet, people do. Unfortunately. Trust me, I know. My family has been extremely violated. My marriages, my children, my personal life has been extremely violated. Do I agree with it? Absolutely not. But does it happen? Absolutely, yes, it does. But the problem is that I think everyone forgets the timeline of how this whole situation started and began. T.I. was busy trying to find a way to pump up his brand again, to get people into him again, because ain't nobody really into him, and ain't nobody really been into him for quite some time. ever since the Family Hustle was taken off the TV. Oh, and let's get back to that one point specifically. Why was the Family Hustle removed from television? Why? Pray tell? Oh yeah, that's I almost forgot. Because him and his wife were under investigation and multiple women had come forward to talk about how they had been taken advantage of and mistreated and violated in some very egregious ways. Not just by Tip, but by he and his wife. So I find it funny that 50 is out here right now doing, disc records talking about how Tiny done ate every loose booty box in Atlanta now because everybody already knows that. See, that's the thing. None of this stuff is new information. The reason why they had to fall back and fall hard like they fell and start hustling off of, desperate young rappers who are trying to make it, who for whatever reason people keep ending up getting robbed and unalived at his studio. Ain't nobody talking about all that stuff. But it was their nefarious behavior as a couple that put them in that position. So now you're trying to get hot. Now you're trying to get back in the game. Now everybody's doing everything that they're doing. And you feel as though a versus battle is going to be the thing that saves you. Okay. That's what you feel. That's what you want to believe. A versus is going to be that thing. And the reason why I'm sure he's, all caught up into the whole idea of doing the versus, because people aren't really talking about the facts and the logistics of what comes along with stuff like this. See, ever since Diddy started going through his crap, the entire industry took a hit because everybody's looking at all the rappers and all of the celebrities like the weirdos that they are. People aren't investing. Even streaming numbers aren't looking as well. And the bots are becoming a little bit too expensive to make up for the actual loss that the industry has taken as a whole. Which is why they started pushing up and promoting the versus again. Because what does the versus do? It gives two, celebrities a chance to go head to head. And what do they get to do? They get to remind people of their catalog. Every time an artist does a versus, it's not the new music that it's promoting all of the old music that people have forgot. So people start streaming those records again. What does it do? It kicks up the streaming revenue. See? Now, with him needing a bump and a push back in the pop culture, arena, a versus would be great for T.I. because it would what? It would kick up his streaming numbers. It would push that all the way through the roof. Right? And it could possibly help 50 too. But the truth is, there's a bunch of other people he could do a versus against. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Like he's been so focused on 50. Isn't there anybody else?
Ludacris, Kanye, just to name maybe one or two. Sorry.
I mean, let's talk about that, honestly. You think he can do a versus with Ludacris?
I don't think he would win. I'm saying he could. You talking about
I don't think he would win either.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think he would win either.
Nah, Luda got hits. Like, you can't take away Luda's just all the top tens he had in the early 2000s and up into the 2010s. Even though T.I. came, I guess officially in the mainstream after Luda, but still, you know what I'm saying? he could do a versus against him, but yeah, I don't know if he would win.
I don't know if
Now,
he will win.
now he could go up against someone like, let me see, who else is in
And
his
you said Kanye, he can't go up against
Oh
no
no, hell
Kanye.
no. Well, 50 Cent against Kanye, but we already saw how that went.
Really? 50 against Kanye?
Nah,
Ew.
50, yeah,
Like,
nah.
it's not even a competition. Do you know who should go? If you're gonna do a versus with Kanye West, it should be him and Jay-Z.
All right, Kanye would still win.
I know. You want to know why? Because a lot of the records that Jay-Z will play in that versus, Kanye wrote.
Kanye, exactly.
Kanye wrote. he would win double time.
Well, if you're gonna talk about King, because he's the king of the South, and I know
Who?
my man T.I., he claims to be king of the South, and I know when Exhibit was going at him, he was like, "You ain't the king of the South. The real king of the South is Scarface." So how about that? You know, T.I.
Actually,
versus
no.
Scarface.
No. Unfortunately, I have to disagree. Brad
Well,
gave
yeah,
that title up. Brad gave that title up the second that he decided to bow down to the Jigga Man.
well, I know, but I know, and I know you're being biased. I'm just talking about what's
I'm not being
you know.
pious. I'm disgusted because I love Brad and I believed in Brad. But when I saw Brad sit there on Shay Shay and talk about how great Jay-Z is and how he saved his life when he was on his deathbed. Funny thing about it is, how you know that ain't the nigga that made you sick in the first place?
Yeah,
It's unbelievable to me. That hurt my feelings when I saw that. Because in that moment in time, like I told you the last time I talked to Brad,
yeah,
it was New Year's 2023 when they came for me at that New Year's Eve show that I did in Sugarland. And he was too afraid to meet me. I've never even spoken about this out loud, but I'm speaking about it now because with everything that's going on with the Jigga Man and his bullying tactics, I think all of this needs to just come out into the light. Scarface was afraid to meet me in Houston because he was afraid of what would happen to him when I left town, if I left town. Matter of fact, he was afraid for me to be in Houston because apparently there was word out on the street that I wasn't safe in Houston because I was speaking up for the Prince family and saying that the Prince family wasn't responsible for Takeoff's passing. And then I thought it was Rock Nation was behind it.
Mm.
So for Brad, because I kept telling people, I don't know what's going on in Houston. I don't know why Houston is still supporting Beyonce because Matthew Knowles, after Pimp C was taken out, literally turned over all of the information required for the Jigga Man to be able to take over Houston for real on the low. Them niggas down in Houston is scared to death of Rock Nation and Jay-Z. And I can understand why, considering the cartel connections and his CEO.
Yeah.
And how close Houston is to the border of Mexico.
Yeah.
Willie D sitting around, running around, posting for this dude like his life depends on it. Maybe it does.
Well,
much as I love Brad,
I want y'all
know how sick he was. But yo.
Well, look. This is a good segue to get into this because this is what Kelly Rowland and Beyonce knows what they're doing. They say they're gonna, help out the homeless in Houston. I just want
Hmm.
y'all to remember. Didn't Diddy do something similar when right before his his legal issues? He gave back all his masters,
Yeah, he
all of the
gave up
masters to the
yeah,
artists, right?
to the artists while they were and they were worthless.
Right, of course. But what I'm saying is, look, somebody's in trouble. When I start noticing certain philanthropy being put
Mhm.
out there, yeah, that means something's coming down. Somebody's in trouble.
People scared. Just like that philanthropic donation that Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter gave to Tony Busby's law school.
The alumni, yeah, so yeah,
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 to
yeah.
his
Someone
alumni. Yeah.
and then yeah, I know someone just put in the chat about the the Nigerian police. Um,
Uh-huh.
I don't see the thing is I don't this is what we got to be conscious of. I think some people were saying this. Um, I don't know if that's true because there was a report that said, you know, the Steen guy, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. He had these hunting parties on his island, and he was hunting black people. But when I looked into it, you can tell that was altered, fake. There was like, where in the e-files did you find that document? They didn't say, but they have the document, and the font is different from what the the email. Usually emails they would have a particular font. You can't run from Google and this, what is it, the Sans font or whatever they use. So someone altered documents to make it look like that's what happened. I'm not saying that the Nigerian police officer is lying. I'm sure maybe there is some truth to it, but this is what we got to do. We got to start really looking at the facts, because they are throwing out a whole bunch of disinformation out there so that people could run with it. And I think that's ultimately what's going on right now. There's so much information out there. You don't know what's real, and you don't know what's rumor.
You want to know what's funny though? Why are they deleting things?
Oh yeah,
65,000 different articles that were uploaded for public transparency have now been deleted.
yeah, because it's gonna tie some people in a little deeper than yeah, yeah.
But back to what we were talking about regarding this situation.
Go ahead. My bad.
Look at all of that we were just discussing. These are the things that we should be discussing. Meanwhile, everyone wants to talk about this. It's old news at best,
And
and don't nobody care.
you know what the ultimate thing with these two is, they're promoting their music, and now they're threatening to do documentaries on each other, a surviving Tiny and Ti and a surviving 50 Cent. And it's still to do what? It's to distract you even more.
Yeah,
Because
to keep
50 dropped
the distraction going.
50 dropped some music. I heard it with Max B. I was like, this is just
It's
trash,
okay.
man. I don't know. It's
Mm,
trash, in my
mm.
opinion.
No, I mean I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Ti dropped something. It was cool, but it's still the distraction. The industry is to
Yeah, it was
distract
all right.
us
It
from
was all right. The simple
no,
fact that
no.
Rick Ross had to come forward and tell everybody to go stream it goes to show that it wasn't as hot as they was trying to make it out to be.
Yeah, that's trash. The fact that no one's talking about Harvey is in them files.
Yeah. As a good friend and someone who can help with the media. And then right after that, this old lady goes missing, and he's the only person that has the information to possibly be able to find her. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Once again, like I was saying, it's the distractions. We're back at the distractions. So the whole Ti and and Curtis beef, Tip and Curtis, like, but see, this is the problem that I had with it when they started dragging the kids into it. When they drug the kids in, That's when I had an issue with it. Like, they doing too much. Talking about, don't be talking about my mama. What do you mean? Don't be talking about your mama. Like, they actually tried to run with that. He wasn't talking about her. All he did was post up a picture of what she really looks like. Can we acknowledge that?
I thought you was gonna say, "Can we pull that picture up?" I was about to say, "Hell no."
There's no need to pull it up. Everybody done pulled it up. They done turned her into one of the little the people,
The Oompa Loompas.
the Oompa Loompas. They done Candy Tiny been like 80 million memes. And my thing is if you gonna put her in there with it, put the rest of the ugly ass escape girls in there because they all ugly.
Damn.
Listen to me. And I'm not saying this to be mean. Let's just keep it real. Even Biggie himself, before he passed away, had a song called Dreams of Effing an R&B Chick. And he said, what about Escape? He said, even though they ugly, they can get it too. That's what he said.
Damn. I missed that bar.
Oh, yeah. He called out Escape in that record. Dreams of Effing an R&B Chick. Sure did. I mean, for crying out loud, now that Candy and Todd done split up, it's all coming back out now about him talking about she was ugly in the face, but she had a fat booty and money. Like, everybody knows that. That's why I'm saying ain't none of this stuff new. Ain't none of this stuff new. They were sitting there hawking him, stalking him about this verses, about this verses, about this verses. He was like, Then Tip did what? He gonna sit up there and try to shame him into doing the verses. Try to bully him, muscle him into doing the verses. So what did he do? He put up a picture of his wife about what she looked like when she looking like how she be looking.
Damn.
Now, I don't have anything against Tiny, but it is what it is. And if she thought highly of herself, she wouldn't have done all the stuff to herself that she done. Like, she actually spent ridiculous amounts of money just to change the color of her eyes.
Yeah. I remember that.
You could easily just buy contact lenses.
Yeah.
Like, what a waste. When you think about all of the money that they spent on all of those shenanigans, I bet you they wish they had that money now so they wouldn't have to sit here and go back and forth with this interior designer for a versus. All he did was put up a picture. Then the next thing you know, they want to bring the kids in, and then the kids is talking about your dead mama and F your dead mama and dig your dead mama up and whoopty whoopty woo and yada 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 and all of this stuff. Like, especially this little dude. This little dude just doing too much. Like, the Damani boy, he's sitting there and he writing his records and he getting his weight up. You know, they call it the family hustle. But this little boy, he doing too much. Because you know they just kicked him off of Twitter, right? I mean, not Twitter. He just got kicked off of TikTok. Yeah, he just got kicked off of TikTok for going at Curtis too hard and saying F his dead mama and all of this stuff. And you know, TikTok, they don't be playing like that. So he went against community guidelines. So there go that check. There go that check. He got a baby. Like, somebody need to call him and tell him to babysit his own child, change the diaper and put the phone down. He doing too much. And let's not even talk about and this would now this is where I had a problem. I sure enough had a problem. Like, I had a big problem with this picture. Because this was supposed to be what? A collab? That's what this was supposed to be? What do you think about this as a clapback?
Nah, that ain't it. That's like that would be the equivalent of I guess wifing up the ran down chick and on the IG, wifey, this wifey type, it's nah. So that's
You know what I
Daphne
call her,
Joy.
right? You know what I call her, right?
Nah.
I call her Daphne Almond Joy.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, I guess.
Because she's filled with nuts.
Mm.
She's full of nuts. That nut. I'm just trying to understand it. This ain't a clap. Because this was from an old video. But it was from a video when he was with his mama.
Was this the video when she was with Mayweather, or because I mean you remember there was a Mayweather thing with Tiny.
Yeah, I remember
I mean,
he was running around with Mayweather. I mean, like, this is what I'm saying. Like,
it's just
people,
bad looks.
no, people are sitting here acting. No, but see, this is the thing. She was just at the Diddy trial. This woman, like, she gargles with urine.
Ugh.
She likes getting ran through. That's what they do at the freak off.
Ugh.
Is everybody forgetting that? These people actually have what Tasha K accused Cardi B of having. They actually have it.
Yeesh.
Like, it's not a good look for Curtis that you put a baby in that. But for the boy to sit there and try to throw that out there, like that's some kind of flex. Oh yeah, because my daddy had your baby mama. Like,
Ken Zen talking about some golden. That's sick. Listerine, not Listerine.
Like, that's not a flex. And if anything, that's more disrespectful to your mama.
Because he had to go kiss. Never mind. I'm sorry.
He came home and kissed his mama with the mouth that was on this nasty ass bitch.
Listerine.
Like, this is disgusting.
Wow.
This is not a flex. And people were sitting there putting up posts about it. So, oh yeah, King is a menace and King did this. Like, ew. Somebody take that boy phone.
Well, Jag, look.
But to everybody, no, but for real though, to everybody in the comments of this video, I want to get this clear. Y'all sitting there fighting over people whose lives on the low are really filthy. Like, they not even worth it. They're not even worth it. 50 Cent baby mom is a Diddy Doo-Wop Bop. And he put a baby in that. 50 is a man that has consistently, time and time again, gone after women. Like, what woman in the industry other than me hasn't he beef with? Because guess what? I done said all kinds of shit about Curtis Periwinkle Jackson. He won't say a word about me. He won't say my name at all.
Is it because you know something, or what's the situation?
I mean, I know what I know.
Okay. Right.
I know what I know. And what I know is he's just as disgusting as Diddy and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
He's not as favored. But he wants to be. He's standing in line. He begging for a chance to show how terrible he can be. That's what I don't get. And for people to be sitting there acting like Tiny is being disgraced and Tiny needs to be protected because 50 went too far and he disrespected her. 50 ain't said or done nothing worse to her than her own husband has done.
Right.
Like, her husband, like, if y'all got all of this smoke for 50, where's that smoke for Tip? Since you're so concerned about Tiny. Since you're so concerned about her well-being and how she's being disrespected, like, for his sons talking about, don't talk about my mama like that. You should be saying that to your dad. How about you tell your daddy to stop treating your mom like she ain't shit? How about you tell your dad to stop, using her as a thirst trap for his little weirdo threesomes? How about you tell your dad? Like, for real.
Mm.
This is the part that's bothering me. Y'all sitting here going, oh, 50, he went too far. He said this and he said that. And whoopty whoopty whoop. Please, that woman's husband has treated her like shit since forever. And I know he gets physical with her. And I know that he's hurt her. Because I've watched him. I've been present to see him. When we was at DJ Drama Studio all that time back then. What, 18 years ago now?
Mm.
I was with Kat. Snoop was there. Everybody was working. T.I. was there. I was talking to Tiny. We was in the room and I was telling her, yo, you need to get back out. Like, even if the group ain't doing nothing. I'm like, Candy's writing records and Candy's doing all kinds of stuff. I'm like, you just as talented, if not more talented than Candy. And she was like, well, you know, I'm at home and Tip really prefers me being at home. And I'm like, why? Because if it wasn't for you, he wouldn't be him. She's like, I know. And we sitting there talking or whatever the case may be. And then when he saw her talking to me, and I asked her if she would come into the booth with me to lay some backgrounds with me, she was like, yeah. Next thing you know, he called her out. They out in the hallway. Then everybody kind of dispersed and went into their rooms, and it was just the two of them in the hallway. You hear him cussing at her. He's sitting there pushing her into the wall, all kinds of craziness. Then I heard something fall. When I heard something fall, I was like, oh, the fuck that. I'm not going to sit here and if this dude is sitting here beating her, I don't care if it is her husband. I ran out into the hallway, and that's when he had drug her out of the studio, put her in the car to take her ass home. He came back.
You bullshit.
No, he came back.
He did all. No, you bullshit. He did all that in front of people like that?
Yes.
God.
And everybody in Atlanta knows it.
Damn. Wow.
And when I asked the question, like, where's Tiny? Snoop was like, let that ride. They husband and wife.
Damn.
And then him and Kat went out into the back and played basketball. Like nothing fucking happened. Pushed her into the wall so hard, the whole picture fell down. That's what I heard go boom. And she a little thing. I mean, he a little nigga, but she even smaller than him. That's why they call her Tiny. So I'm like, everybody knows it. So for me, listening to this and then to go in those comments and to see how delusional people are. Because y'all believe the press releases. Y'all believe what y'all saw on reality TV. And more important, think about what they saw on reality TV. Him complaining about how much money he had to spend on her to make her happy. Him complaining about how, it's hard for him not to cheat. Like all of the cheating that we know he's done, all of the weird stuff that we know he's done. She even had to leave him to go be with another celebrity dude just to kind of put him in his place. Then, see, he didn't start having any like halfway respect for her until after he caught that Fed case and he had to go away. Which is why I was telling you when they got pulled over in LA on Sunset Boulevard, because they weren't far from Mel's Diner, if I'm correct, when they got pulled over. Because I got a phone call from my people out there.
It was right off Sunset and
over there by Mel's.
Yeah. Not far from Mel's. Yep.
Yeah, I know. Because my people called me and they said they was in there fighting like Ike and Tina, and that's why they got pulled over. It wasn't because of the pharmaceuticals. It wasn't because of the smoke. They got pulled over because they was having a domestic, and then when they got to the car, that's when they saw all of that stuff. And that's usually how it happens in LA. They don't just be pulling people over because there's smoke coming out the car in LA.
Bullshit.
I don't know why anybody would believe that. But they are going to pull over for a domestic. So I'm just like, Tip is ignorant. He's always been ignorant. He was running around sticking his yank into everything when he was in New York back in the day too, while he was with Tiny before they got married. Like he's always been that way.
They say he got a toe fetish, right? There's some. Never mind. I ain't finna go there.
You mean a foot fetish?
Well, they say he be sticking. That's why they call him Tip. The tip of his.
You didn't hear what
He
that one
redefined.
girl said. You didn't hear what
He
that one girl said. That one girl said he stuck his foot inside of her.
Yeah, that's why they call it. It's a new meaning for pussyfoot, right? Like, anyway.
Disgusting. Disgusting. But see, all of that behavior in Atlanta, it be anything goes down there with a lot of them people down there. And a lot of those marriages are arranged. I told you about the time a friend of mine who, was an alumni of Spelman tried to hook me up with a, they was like, Jag, you should get married again. Whoopty whoopty woo. They hooked me up with a matchmaker. And, I sat down and I did her whole quiz thing or whatever. And when we got like almost all the way to the end of her questionnaire, that's when she hit me with the most important question. She says, okay, well, before we finish, there's one thing that I have to ask you. And Alina, we're not going to be too messy on this live. But what I will say is, I hope he wasn't messing with Daphne Joy, because if he was messing with Daphne Joy, and everybody knows she got the specials. I mean,
everybody don't know that.
It was talked about in court. All of the SEX workers that was running through all of them broads, they gave their testimony about how they had received STDs from Cassie and the other women. Like, all of them was the same. Everybody knows Anyway, like I was saying, where was I? Oh yeah, so I'm talking to the matchmaker, and she says to me, so this is the most important question that I have to ask before we finish. She said, because I think I have three prospects for you, judging by what I'm seeing on your application so far. I think I can find you some matches here in Atlanta. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the question? She was like, will it bother you if he's bisexual? I said, excuse me? Would you have a problem with your husband being bisexual? And I said, if I'm going to marry a man, I need him to be straight. If I'm going to be in a gay relationship, then I might as well be with a woman. I said, if you want to introduce me to a man that I can go shoe shopping with, then that's fine. But I'm really not interested in the idea of marrying a man who likes the same thing that I like. I don't want to have to wonder whether or not my husband sucks, pee-pee scut better than me. I don't.
Oh God.
And I don't want to go out with my husband and bump into a dude that he used to mess with. Like, yeah, nah, like, I'm good. I'm not that kind of chick. She was like, well, I just want to let you know that, not being able to say yes to that question, I might not be able to find a match for you. I said, if all you can do is hook black women up with bisexual men, then sweetheart, you done already failed.
Well, you're in Atlanta.
I'm like, if that's all you got,
I guess Atlanta.
Which goes to show that the culture down there was to find a way to get a beard. Like, she wasn't a matchmaker, she was a beard finder.
Right.
Which goes to show that there was a high demand for her. Because these men were paying her to find women for them. Like, Atlanta's wild, G.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of the straight guys down there aren't faithful. Like, I know I got two friends of mine who left Atlanta because each time they got married, they dudes cheated on them either with a bunch of chicks or with a dude.
Oh, damn.
Like, I know one friend of mine, she's an artist. Her first husband, she left him because, she found out he had a dude. And then the next husband, she found out that he was sleeping with all her friends. Because like the ratio from straight black man to woman, it's like 60 to 1.
Right. Wow.
Like these dudes, they can cheat on whoever they want to cheat on because you're going to have to go out to the sticks to go find you a straight guy. And those guys don't, those girls down there, they be wanting dudes, from the city who, look a certain way and live a certain way. Like, yeah, it's sad. Like, it's just sad. Like, it's, after the Freaknik, and from that point on, like, Hot Atlanta, they hot. They hot, all right. So it's just for me, like, Shabbat Shalom. Like I don't bang with Atlanta like that. So I think to a certain extent, maybe part of the reason why Tiny is so cool with Tip doing what he do is because she already know what it is. Finding a straight dude down there is extremely hard. Oh, baby girl, welcome to Jag Nation. No, but seriously, like it's hard to find a straight man in Atlanta. A straight black man, super hard. Super hard.
Okay, let me do this.
Yeah.
Before you go, if you want to, I got 2 topics.
Well, I was going to say we have other things that we needed to discuss, but I just wanted to get to the bottom of why the comments are smoking pipe rock. If they honestly think that the crap that they were saying in there was making any sense. And I'm not erasing any of it because I want people to come through after this live. And I don't know, maybe we need to take some of this and break some of this down and just make it a 2.0 for the comments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we could.
Mm-hmm. Because these people have lost their mind. I'm sitting there looking like somebody called me crazy, told me I was stupid, and how dare whoever has a problem with someone sticking up for their wife or for their mother is stupid. And I'm like, do y'all know who y'all talking about? They call it a family hustle for a reason. But go ahead.
Queen Op said, we leave it. No. I don't think she should leave just yet. Even if it's like, look, let me ask this because there's 2 topics that I could definitely say, hey, we probably want to get you to speak on. Here's one, but it's not a real topic per se because this weirdo, Goofy. You see this right here?
Ah, Jesus.
And this just came on my feed because I get a little whatever, and I'm just now hearing about it. So we could either if you can give us a few minutes on that, and here's another one because let me stop it. And here's another one. Because you kind of talked about this some months back, and here we are with it. Britney Spears and her DUI arrest.
I want to talk about that last.
Okay, so let's go back. Do you want to talk about the Goofy? Because I don't think a lot of people are up on even the update of what was going on with the situation. With him attacking you. I'll just say it like that. There was an attack because that's essentially what happened with him attempting to try to sue you, which we're still looking into some legalities of that situation because there's a lot of illegal things that went on with that. But check this out. Let me just go ahead and just say this. Look, and this is new. This happened about almost 2 weeks ago. Brian McKnight sues Ricky Smiley for defamation. So the back at one, he's back at one lawsuit, right? Has officially filed a defamation of character lawsuit targeting Ricky Smiley. The complaint stems from the public scrutiny surrounding the relationship between McKnight and their 2 eldest children. In January 2025, Clark conducted an interview with his ex-wife, Julie McKnight. The episode aired from the station's Raleigh studios and was also posted on his YouTube channel. McGoofy claims that the interview painted him as emotionally abusive, mentally abusive, and a neglectful father. He further asserts that Clark co-signed with Julie McKnight's accusation, nodding along instead of remaining neutral. He added the longtime radio host should have provided him a chance to respond or add a disclaimer. McKnight
Why?
points to a specific moment in the interview where Julie claims she and her kids were asked to leave our house at 2 and 3 years old, and says she's been putting out fires with their adult children over what she calls his lies about their family. Okay, so this is pretty much a lawsuit. Also calls out Urban One. That's the station that is syndicated Ricky Smiley's show.
So now he's trying to sue an a radio personality for interviewing with his ex-wife.
Yeah, he wants
Who he trying
$25K.
to who he trying to be? Jigga 0 point nothing?
He wants $25K and compensatory damages. And I don't know what's your take on this?
My take on this is that he's desperate for a win, and that after he did that viral foolishness with Antoine Donaldson, and now Antoine Donaldson is being called out as a fraud and a scam artist and a liar and a fornicator and all kinds of weirdo stuff. Now it looks like he's just trying to find a way to revive something. I mean, listen to me. He came after Julie. You know, they used me in his tirade of he's like gonna fight for his name, and like, bruh, I'm just telling you. And he's coming after Ricky Smiley.
Yeah, this is new.
Like, that's wild. Like, I don't. Maybe he's going through like early onset dementia, because he doing too much.
Now, the case that
And the saddest part about it is nobody cares. Like, nobody cares about him.
Well, that's the thing, and that's what I was about to say, because the case that he had tried to file against you, number one, he was just barking up the wrong tree, because in all honesty, to combat that, I already told you what you needed to do. It would have been a wrap. He would have made himself look even worse. But this situation here, it looks like he's desperate. He was obviously desperate coming after you, because
he must
did
have
try to
been.
come after you.
It had passed the statute of limitations. It wasn't even a legitimate claim, and they filed it in 4 different states, and they
Four different
lied
courts.
and actually lied about having me served.
Yeah,
Like, he lied about having Julie served.
right.
Like, I don't understand. It's go on now. Go on now, Brian. Go on.
Yeah,
Like, just
yeah.
go on. Cause don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. And that's why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fall all the way back. I ain't gonna say nothing. When I found out about the Julie lawsuit, because I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
He kept that quiet. No, he just ran all over social media, clout chasing my name, trying to find a way to disparage me and ride on the coattails of me, while I guess he was getting his little weirdo stuff together with Antoine Donaldson. And meanwhile, then he comes forward talking about he won a lawsuit against Julie, and that wasn't even true. And he lied about having her served. Like, anybody that goes through this much trouble, people should really, 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 really like be wary of.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if he thinks that he's having trouble booking gigs and that his reputation has been destroyed in some way, Ricky Smiley has his own like built-in insulated community. They're going to fight on Ricky's side. It's going to be, they're just going to say no to more shows. Like, he's not helping himself. He's actually hurting himself, whether he knows it or not. Like and Ricky is whatever, but
Mm.
Ricky got loyal fans. He's he's one of the kings of the chitlin circuit when it comes to black entertainment, and that's
Yeah,
pretty much where Brian needs. That's all he's really got left.
true.
So going after this guy, all he has to do is say it at two shows. Can you believe this nigga is sitting here trying to sue me? Won't nobody buy his tickets? Like, I don't know who's doing his public relations, but whoever is giving him this advice on this, spree of lawsuits and stuff that he got going on, they gonna turn him into Brian McNothing for real.
Well,
Brian
him
makes nothing. How about Brian makes nothing?
him going after or going after you and using that attorney that has TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, because it seems as if he could have got when did you, and the whole situation with your case and him saying defamation on you, when did you say that? That was at what, 2021, 2020?
It was years ago. It was years ago. And it had passed the statute of limitation, and he still tried to file a lawsuit against me anyway, and then gave that that headline to the weirdo bloggers who just wanted to have a negative Jaguar Wright story
Yeah,
because of the Diddy trial. Because
yeah.
notice all of that happened during the Diddy trial. They have done everything that they possibly can do to try to find a way to destroy my name, to take the air out of my name, to take credibility away from me. That's what all of that was for.
Well,
It wasn't even legitimate.
it started with Ariel Mitchell kid
Hmm.
putting you in February in that same bogus case with Diddy and saying that you was one of his employees, and then right after that he came. Now the intersection between Ariel Mitchell and Brian McKnight is the Sean R. Perez lawyer who
Mhm.
I mentioned before, who
Yeah.
just had something against Trump. The moment you had received, or they reported that you were at Mar-a-Lago and you received an award, they turned up. The targeting really turned up.
Sure
So I
did.
want y'all to pay it. That's why when you were talking about a legal defense fund, like seriously, people, thejaguarwright.com, y'all can go there and look into her site. But she does have already a fund that she's trying to get, because look, it's been a whole lot of targeting, and it's not. And the thing is I could understand if it was called for, if it was like, okay, yeah, maybe you were out of bounds for saying this or that. But like I said, when you broke down everything to me, I was like, oh, you're not gonna lose this, even if
Want to know what's even worse?
even if it was legit, you're not gonna lose.
No, but you want to know what's even worse? He said in that lawsuit that he had no interaction with SEX workers of any kind. That's what he said.
But
The
didn't his son?
son said different when they
Yeah.
sat down with Mark Lamont Hill.
Yeah,
And his son talked about how his dad had him and his brother Nico, while Nico was still a minor, helping him make music
for Cornhub, right?
for Corn Hub with SEX workers around and
Yeah,
people from that industry. Like, and this is the problem that I have with a lot of these people in the game. Like, they have no problem with lying, and this is why I have such a big problem with the public, because for whatever reason, you think because somebody's on your screen, or because somebody's dressed up in a nice suit, or driving an expensive car, or wearing jewelry, that everything that they say come out of their mouth is true. The truth is, most people in entertainment, most people in media are liars.
Mm.
That's what they do. They lie. They lie to the public.
Yeah.
And that's just what that is. Thank you, Auntie Leah. Yes, guys, please don't forget to like. Keep hitting that like. Salute, salute. So
Okay,
Anyway, I mean, all I can say is I wish all the best to Ricky Smiley. I hope he wins. And you know, as far as Goofy McKnight, Brian McNothing, um, I think he's going to turn himself into Brian Makes Nothing if he keeps running around and attacking people who are just speaking honestly about the poor choices he made in his life. And maybe you should think twice about the people you do interviews with, because that Antoine Donaldson look and you calling him your friend, it's just making you look even more janky now. You know?
Okay.
So that's that.
Now, you not too long ago spoke on this situation about Britney Spears, and
sure did.
It went viral. A lot of people were commenting on the post where you said, she's being set up for sex. To, set up for, I'm trying to find an easier way to say it, but y'all know what we're saying.
Set up for deletion in one way or another.
Now, yesterday or the day before yesterday, they said that she was arrested for DUI. Britney Spears' life once again out of control and veering erratically between erratically between lanes. I'm sorry, just like her car was before her arrest on Wednesday night.
Okay, so where do I start? Number one, I hate to say, but when I'm right, I'm right. Now, the one part of the story of her arrest right now that's making things even more interesting is that the sale for her catalog actually went through, and she's flush with fresh new cash. Now, I need everyone to understand, when we made that first Britney video, we discussed, this is looking like they're about to get her set up for what they had going on. Kevin Federline going around doing his interviews, crying that god-awful book. All of a sudden, her kids now want to spend time with her. They didn't want to spend time with her a couple months ago. Now, all of a sudden, one of her sons is there, and he's working on his music career, and he's being there with his mom. After she got all of this money, after their child support was over, after it became clear that none of them want to work, including their daddy. What did I say the second that I saw her with the Kardashians?
Yeah.
And once again, let's look at the timeline. The Kardashians went to go visit her. What was it, a day or two after their mother's birthday, when all of the Shluminati gathered together. Where was that, at Jeff Bezos' house?
At that wedding, right?
No, it was her birthday party. It's her 70th birthday party after she got her.
My bad. Yeah, it was her birthday party.
And I told you, it looks like they're all there to redistribute who's in charge. And it looks like the Kardashians are in a big seat of power, because even the Carters showed up and they can't stand them. And now all of a sudden they cool. Beyonce was so turned out of her mind, she showed up with a dress on backwards. And ain't nobody tell her that her clothes was messed up. Not even her husband. And what did I say? Be careful, because everybody who wasn't at that party is in trouble. Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, Nicki Minaj goes and starts running off to MAGA, looking for full MAGA coverage after that party. Next thing you know, the Carters start showing up at Brandy's concerts with Monica. Which, by the way, they weren't invited to the birthday party. What did I say? Everybody who wasn't at that party is in trouble. Guess who else wasn't at that party? Britney Spears. Now, if y'all was so cool with her and if everything was so great, why didn't y'all just invite her to the party? Why
Well,
did you go over the house for a sleepover?
supposedly Kim Kardashian wanted to invite her, but the
A
mom
mammy said
said
no.
because she's erratic, supposedly, right?
Yeah. And they were looking into doing business with her and potentially managing her when they're best friends with the woman who was already managing her life, tortured her, and ran through her cash, Lou Taylor. But this is the thing that's getting to me. That boy, her child being back in that house. And I believe it's the one who adamantly did not want anything to do with her. She gets paid, and all of a sudden he changes his mind. I'm telling you something right now. She been swerving in the street. The Daily Mail just a few months ago was following her. They didn't call the police then. They sat there, they filmed her in the restaurant when she was supposed to have been there with her friend. I believe all of that was a setup too. Because she said that she wasn't drinking alcohol, she was drinking lemonade or something. She took the glass out with her. And they said that she was drinking and she was driving drunk. So why wasn't she arrested then? Why wasn't she arrested then? Why do I think our Trashians went over to Britney Spears' house? Hold on a second. Wait a minute, because we got a super chat here. Hold on. Why is this not responding? Can you put up that last super sticker that came in? Relevant
I
question.
don't see it, but anyway,
No, someone was asking why the Kardashians went to go see Britney. In my opinion, I think they were there to assess what kind of problem she was going to be or what they had to do to contain her. Because let's not forget, I had been talking publicly and openly about how on the night of Cassie's 21st birthday, Britney Spears was there in attendance. And it has been stated by several people that she was essayed by Diddy that night, that she was given something to pharmaceutical her out and essayed by Diddy that night. And he was running around bragging to everybody about it. So her and people were coming in my chat saying, Jag, is there anything you can do for Britney? Jag, can you help Britney? Britney is heavily guarded and heavily controlled. And now here we are. Now she's been arrested. They got the police phone call. Now they're forcing her into a rehab situation. I got a feeling a conservatorship is coming up. And I wouldn't be surprised if the weight of that put her in a position where it might be easy to make it look like she got herself up out of here. She wasn't doing pharmaceuticals. Now all of a sudden, because they've also said now that yes, Britney Spears was just arrested, and they're saying that they found pharmaceuticals in her bloodstream, not just alcohol, but pharmaceuticals. Do you know what that tells me? What that says to me? I think somebody's been slipping stuff in her system. That's my bet. That son of hers has been there in that house, low-key dosing her and getting her prepared for that conservatorship so that they can all get their piece of the pie.
Allegedly.
I said, in my opinion. It's my First Amendment right to give my opinion. I'm not accusing anyone of doing anything or saying anything. I'm saying, whoop, 444. It's my opinion. I hate to say it, but I called it. I told y'all this was coming. I told y'all this was coming. And now here we are. And what's sad is watching some of the fans or the so-called supporters of hers sitting by saying, "Oh, well, we fought for her to get free and we fought for her freedom, but maybe we were wrong. Maybe she does need to be on a conservatorship." See, that's what they want the public to say. Because it was the public that forced the industry to let her go. So they gotta get the public in agreement so that they can take back over and then suck her dry, what's left of her. And what a better time, because she just sold her catalog, and I guarantee you, she had to get at least 150,000 to a quarter of a billion. I bet you she sold that catalog for anywhere between 150,000 to 250,000 at least. And now they get to eat again because of her having control of her own money and the conservators not being able to claim access to her cash. Who do you think they're going to bring in? Probably another family member. Like I said, and the simple fact that Kevin Federline, wait a minute. Somebody said she got 200 million. I don't know why. I can't put, what did I say? I said between 150 and 250. Okay. So she got 200. It's perfect time. Perfect time to get her ass up out of the way. And I thought it was weird when Kevin Federline said that him and Jamie Spears was cool and that they made okay because he had a restraining order on him, and now they all right. And they're both scumbags, which means that they were able to agree on money. They got her. They got Brittany.
What do you think is next? You
What do I
say
think is next? I think they're gonna force her to go to rehab, just like they said. They try to make me go to rehab, and I said no, no, no. Yes, I'm going black. When I'm coming back, you say no, no, no. Yeah, because conservatorship is on the way. On the way. They're gonna have their
that's
hands
unfortunate.
back in her money. I'm telling you, it would be the ultimate setup. They get that conservatorship, they get control of that money, and then the next thing you know, you hear Britney Spears, went into a Great Depression and took her own life, and then they get to make even more money off of her death. And then her memorabilia goes through the roof, and then they get to turn that 200 into a billion, maybe 2 billion.
Yep. Documentaries and
books. Yeah, and mind you, she was supposed to be doing her own biopic about her life. They about to shut that down. It's I'm telling you, I hate being right. I hate being right. But this is what they do. This is who they are. This is the industry. They're going to find a way to make money off of you all the way up to your death and then through your death, and then they'll continue to make money off of you for the rest of their lives. Because if Britney Spears passes away, her fan base, they are going to buy everything. There are going to be record-breaking auctions for memorabilia from her first tour, from this, from that. Do you know how nuts her fan base is going to go? How much money people are going to spend? Then they'll probably do another Vegas show and get a bunch of Britney Spears impersonators and charge people anywhere from 250 to $1,000 for the tickets. Like, I don't think anybody's paying attention to how this all works. She's actually worth more dead than alive. But they'll start with that money that she just got, though. Like, the best thing that Britney Spears fans can do is stop investing in Britney Spears. Make her name worthless so they'll let her go, maybe. See, that's the catch 22. Her fans love her. They want to support her. They love her stuff. They'll buy anything. They'll buy everything. They'll do this. They'll do that. They'll do it all. But if you really want to save your favorite entertainer's life, stop buying any shit. Stop making them economically viable. Stop making them worth anything. Love them in your heart and pray for them. Because it's all about the money. And they know because of her story, they'll be able to squeeze the public dry. Tell me I'm wrong. The best way to help Britney Spears right now is to stop supporting her financially. Stop buying her products, stop buying her brands, stop. Make her worthless. She might actually have a shot at living. Hmm, that's crazy. Somebody said the Wendy Williams effect. That part. That part. So, on that note, it's been fun, guys. We've been here for a little while. Oh, Alina says that's a great idea, Jag. What do you think about? Hold on a second. Oh my goodness, I the comments are moving so fast, and for whatever reason, I it's not letting me scroll back. Of course, all of these starlets, all of these people are heavily controlled, guys. All of them. Oh, we're glad you could be here too, Auntie Leah. They're all controlled. Look at what her husband's running around doing these days. You think she's not controlled? Man, please. I don't know what's going on because I'm in the back studio and for whatever reason, I can't seem to get to anything here.
Well,
Everything.
I'm trying to show it on at least, you know. I mean, you've been here long enough, but um, trying to
Yeah,
show
no.
you.
What are you trying to show me?
I had put a few of the comments that you were asking about
Oh,
on the
yeah.
screen, but yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. No, but seriously, guys, like this is what being a part of the industry is all about. It's no different than in that movie The Matrix. By the way, did you turn the music off?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were getting ready to get out of here. That's why I
Yeah,
turned
yeah.
it off. But
We wanna
no,
get
go
out of
ahead,
here.
continue. No. Go ahead. You ain't gotta rush to get out of here. Go ahead.
No, but I mean literally, like if you look at that movie The Matrix, it's all about taking into a commodity that you can suck all of the life out of.
Yep.
They say that money is a currency. Money is energy. So if you get to suck the money out of somebody, you get to suck the energy out of them, the life force out of them. And that's what they do with entertainers. And then you take that and couple that with a demonic agenda. You couple that with people who don't believe in God and people who bow down to you know the satanic agenda, like Jeez, man. It's ugly. It's all ugly. And as much as I love being an artist and as much as I love making music and touring the world, and yeah, it was nice having nice things and cars and money and all of that, it came with a price. And not only that, I was helping fund a machine that was destroying people's lives and was gearing up to destroy mine. Those contracts that we sign, they all have life insurance policies attached to them. Every artist that passed away gets cashed in.
Of course.
Every artist gets
When you're
cashed in.
when you're not attached to the system, though, like I can proudly say I've never um, been attached to any of these industries or these labels and stuff like that. And yeah, they pull, what do they call it? I forgot the name of the life insurance, but essentially, yeah, you're a liability and an asset, or well, you're an asset, but you could be a liability.
Hmm.
Like if you guys look at all those artists back day that were signed to 300, and was it QC Entertainment, and then
Hmm.
all these artists that passed on because
Yeah.
of violence or this or that or whatever. Yeah, and,
Every
and
time
trust me,
any of them passed away, someone else got rich.
yeah, yeah,
Someone made like $15 million off of the passing of Mo 3. You know, because they get to say, well, because they're gone, you know, all of the missed shows that they won't be able to book and all of the records and albums that they won't be able to do. So they get to, have a calculated up. Like it's really hard, cold math, but that's what it is.
Mo
The pub,
three's kids. No,
yeah,
not to cut you. No, Mo three's kids. The court awarded that his songs, the publishing, all that goes to his kids now.
thank
That
God.
just came. Yeah.
But they ain't getting none of that insurance policy money or any of
Oh, of
the other
course
stuff
not.
that
Yeah,
they sell.
that's already done. Yeah.
And the truth is, the royalties from his money, that's going to be limited. He didn't have that long of a career.
They say that about over 120 something songs. Yeah.
Yeah, he had those songs, but all of those songs weren't hits. And all of those songs aren't going to be heavily streamed forever. And all of
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
songs aren't going to be like, yeah, no, that
Yeah.
like just because you get awarded royalties doesn't mean anything. Like what did Aubrey O'Day said when Diddy finally gave them back their stuff, their master recordings or whatever. All it was worth was like $1,500.
Wow.
Like it it means something to have those records when those records are generating cash. But he's a rapper. Rap records and rap catalog, for the most part, unless you're highly revered and you're constantly at work and that catalog is constantly being represented, those records die out. If those records die out, then they're worth very little. Maybe, a couple $100 every quarter. So giving all of that to the kids and nobody, I mean, let's just be honest, who's promoting Mo3's catalog right now?
Yeah.
How many Mo3 records are showing up in commercials? How many of them are being played at stadiums? Like for real. Outside of his streaming numbers on Spotify, which we all know that don't make no money for the artist. Like it's nothing. It's peanuts. It's gonna be peanuts. He's been gone for how long? The surge of his music. At it 10 years from now, when they'll really need that money for college and stuff, it'll be worth nothing. The way they flipping and turning over rappers these days, like people don't get it, man. They don't get it. It's very unfair, but that's just the way it is. And that's why us taking our time to do what we need to do, little by little, piece by piece, building up the building blocks for cruelty-free artistry to create a home where artists can support one another and get their music direct to consumer and try to find a way to avoid that machine altogether. That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's where we are for today. I want to thank everybody for stopping through. Um, you know what? Before we go, for those who haven't seen it, I gotta play it one more time because now that
Go ahead.
everyone's here, I gotta see
Yeah.
what people think. There goes Jaguar. There goes Jaguar. Yep, that's her, Auntie Leah. Because I know you missed it. I know you missed it at the beginning. So yeah, we're working on the Adventures of Jaguar now, and we got some stuff coming up, and it's gonna be interesting. But I want to thank everybody for coming out to support today. Thank you for being here. I want to thank all at one point in time 800 and some odd people that we had between our horizontal and virtual and vertical communities. Salute to our moderators. Please, everyone, stay tapped in. You got anything else to say?
No, I just if y'all want tell yeah the Jack Quiller thing. I think everybody want to see it. So yeah, I mean you gotta get on it. It's already just hilarious her adventures, but y'all got to put in that request, I guess.
Yeah, our girl is ready to start vlogging. So yeah, if there's any interesting things that you'd like to talk to Jack Quilla about or hear her opinion on, drop down and let us know in the comments.
We'll probably
And
put Patreon first. And again, this is Dr. Jacko asked earlier. I was trying to address it. You don't have to pay to be a member of Patreon. Just sign up. But there's tiers. There's like the $3, the $6, the $9. She'll appreciate any support. But we already got Patreons over there. We appreciate that. But I think the Adventures of Jack Quiller will probably end up over there first, and then y'all will see. It's a lot. It's a lot. I think the thing though is this, y'all. The production of this stuff it ain't like it's different. It ain't what do you call it? It ain't free. It ain't there's time and effort that gets involved in it. That was just a little piece, the little intro that y'all saw.
we're
But
a small team, but it
where
does
she's
take a
going
lot
with
of
it,
work. It does take
yeah.
a lot of work to push out what we do. And there's a lot of content creators that are putting out content here on YouTube, and a lot of them, they have producers, a lot of them
Oh, they
have
got teams.
editors,
They
they
got
got
they got
whole
a yeah.
teams.
They make like $70,000 a month, and they have enough staff to pay them. Like it's
Yeah,
different,
but you
y'all.
gotta
So
pay
yeah,
them. Yeah, so you got somebody like Poetic Flacco talking about, I make $70,000 or I make $90,000. People pushing out 4 to 5 videos a day, and their algorithm is up. Yeah, they make that money, but they gotta pay people to maintain that. They're not doing all of this stuff by themselves. Us, on the other hand, we're homegrown. We're a small little team, but we're getting it done in our own time. It's this we've come a long way. It's been what, almost a year and a half. We've come a long way, and we're getting there. But we thank you for your patience, and we thank you for your loyalty. And
yeah, yep,
YouTube is YouTube, but we're Jag Nation. We're gonna be all right.
yeah. Patreon tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So it should be around 11 o'clock. Get
Hmm.
everything set up, and yeah, we're good to go. All right.
All right, we out of here. Peace.